Okay. All right, you guys. So tonight we are going to do a little check-in. Last week we talked about setting your objectives, right? Great call, by the way, last week, Ellen Graham. Awesome and amazing. Yes. So how'd you guys, let's check in. Let's have a little discussion about how things are going and what'd you guys do and what are you planning and what's going on? We have a small enough group we can all chat. I'm going to assume that nobody did anything. No, come on. I know you guys are way better than that.
I'm just getting back to all of these folders that I have to my various schools and finding out why they haven't responded to me. So I'm going to respond to them again.
Awesome.
So that's what I'm doing.
This is Jennifer. So I did set up a salad and jar for this coming weekend. I'm not sure. Haven't had a lot of people who said they can't make it. So a little bit of a bummer because last month was really good. Or no, I did it in November. Excuse me. I took December off, but I'm trying to consistently do something once a month. But at least I set it up, and I had a million reasons why maybe I just wasn't going to do it this time. But you know what? I set it up, so we'll just see what happens.
Awesome. And are you building, since you're are you Denver people? We've got our regional Saturday. Are you guys building for that? Anybody that knows people in Denver? If you have customers in Denver, Missy and Jim, I know you guys are coming over for that. Are you guys building and inviting people to come join in?
Yes, I've invited about 5 people, and 1 may be coming.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So remember, you guys, that the invitation to events opens up the conversation, okay? So whether they can come or not, you can still have a conversation, right? So you can flip that into another event or one-on-one, or hey, let me send you a link. Are you interested in the info? So it's the invite that allows you to have that conversation. So if you get 1 there, that's awesome, but it's Monday, it's not till Saturday. So.
Reagan, can I just share that our regionals in Arizona were in Phoenix on Saturday, and between Judy Lopez and I, there were 9 of us.
Awesome job.
Casa Grande that were up there, and that was huge. We took up a whole row, just our team. It was fun.
That is awesome.
Did you save all those seats?
Well, you know how Judy is. She gets there early and she saves. She's very good about that. So.
Way to go, Judy. What else? What did you guys set for your objectives? I'd love to hear what you guys decided. What do you want to do this year? It's January 20th. What are we going to do this year? You guys going to make it the best year ever? What's your focus?
Q, SSC.
I'm going to continuously do my best to do a 5-1, whether they have the incentive or not. I think that that's a great thing to just focus on for me.
That is great. And for some of the new people, will you explain what the 5-1 is?
So 5 customers and 1 distributor. And then, well, I think it's called a 5-1-1, right? And then that one distributor you move to, that I'm confused on.
Yeah, so that 1 before moves up the marketing plan in that next month. So every month you're promoting to that Partner Plus, and then you're promoting to QSC.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're bringing on partners. We got to change our verbiage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. That's a great goal. And by the way, did you know that if you actually do that every month, Judy, that volume, if people will plug in and join your efforts and want to go out and share with other people, did we just lose you? Oh, there she is. That would get you to national director in about 2 years if you do that consistently for 2 years. That's the old royal crown from Wendy Campbell. That's how she got there so fast. She makes, about 120,000 plus a month. So, and the other thing, you guys, is Wendy Campbell didn't start until she was in her 50s. So, it's never too late to go out and share health. Who else? How about you, Erica?
I'm also kind of focusing on the 5-1 setup, just consistency for one, and having just having a lot of really brave conversations. And we have the Ellen had introduced me to Jamie, who's a brand new NMD, and she is actually coming to our area about an hour away from me Wednesday night. So I am taking 3 or 4 gals with me.
Awesome.
So that's pretty exciting.
That is fantastic. Great job.
You're a rock star.
It's a rock star. How about you, Lauren? How did your events go? Okay, maybe she'll come on when she can. Who else? Anybody else? Okay, so listen, you guys, a couple of things. If you're in the Denver area, you don't want to miss the regionals, right? And just so you guys know, it's not all shred. Okay, this is a great, these bigger events, this is the time where you guys, this is where you can really streamline your business, because these are things you don't have to do in your own home. You can invite people. We're starting that one out with a fun workout for all levels, which I think is going to be really awesome. So far on the registration, almost everybody has also signed up for the workout. So hopefully that'll be something that people can look forward to. But you want to be jumpstarting your year off. So Sue, I'm glad you guys went to the regional, because that's a great way to start to go, okay, this is a new year. We have a clean slate. What do we want to do? We've got some really great new incentive money that we can get. We've got an opportunity to have a marketing plan now that is super simple to explain to a new person coming on. People need fruits and vegetables more than ever. People are starting to think about, what kind of events am I going to be having this summer? Am I going to train for a race, a marathon? Am I going to be on my bike? We've got kids that are in school still and getting sick. We're in the middle of flu season. So there's a lot of reasons for us to be able to bring Juice Plus up, you guys. But one thing I want you to really think about is taking the time to narrow your focus a little bit, okay? So, and Ellen, you can pop in here anytime you want to too, but Ellen and Mel and I had, I think it was almost a 3-hour call yesterday, and we were talking about kind of the whole streamlining idea and how it seems like there's so much noise in the world that sometimes it's hard to focus. Don't you guys think? Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's noisy.
So now is the time you might want to go, okay, how much time am I spending looking at Facebook? Am I a contributor? Am I consuming, or am I contributing? I loved Jamie Kenzie's idea of you want to contribute before you consume. I thought that was great. So what's your focus going to be here? How many posts are you going to put up? Be thinking about that. How many Voxer chats are you in? So, you know, if you're in too many Voxer chats, or they're ones that you're avoiding, get out of them. Okay, don't get out of ours. But if they're ones that drive you crazy, get rid of that noise. Just leave the chat, okay? You don't need all of that. We're probably passing through to you information more quickly than anywhere else. But if it's something that you enjoy, maybe you're in a mastermind group or something like that, that's great. But Voxer can be a huge annoyance if it's taking up too much of your time and it's you know, taking your focus away. Your PVC reports. This is a great time of year to go back through and touch base with every single person that's still on your PVC report. Remind them to renew. You'll see when they renew at the end of their PVC report. And ask them if they'd be happy to, you know, host an event with you. You know, that's a great place to kind of get people re-engaged, because a lot of people right now, they've set some new goals. They're thinking about, what do I want to change this year? And one of them, and probably many of them, are going to say, I'd love to make more money. Anybody here want to make more money this year besides me? I mean, why not, right? So this is an opportunity to touch base with those people, also checking in if they're casual people. Like, Are they taking the omegas? I know I personally have a lot of customers that haven't, customers or partners that haven't yet tried the omegas. So that would be a really great phone call to say, gosh, did you know that we have some of these new things that have come out? What are other ways that you guys would say that you could streamline your efforts so that you, when you do Juice Plus, you're getting bang for your buck, bang for your time, right? What are some other things? Go ahead, Ellen.
Well, so you know me, I'm a big picture person. So when I set my goals at the beginning of the year, I made one big goal, and it's a financial goal. And I have like some other little baby goals. I mean, my baby goals are like read the works of Theodore Roosevelt. So nothing like earth shattering. I'm not out to lose weight. I'm not out to do any of that. But I made a financial goal for myself, because what that goal did was it streamlined for me in my mind working full time plus what I want to do with my Juice Plus business, which is continue to make an impact. So my goal is a financial goal of how much money I want to make this year. And it honestly helps me every single day to just ask myself the question, is what I'm doing right now, unless I'm having my downtime to read Teddy Roosevelt, is what I'm doing right now getting me towards that goal? And I love what Judy said about the 5-1, because it's so simple. And I said to Reagan yesterday, I said, you know what, it's just been a few months since I went out and got 5 new customers. I'm going to do that. And then when Judy said that tonight, I thought, well, while I'm at it, I'll invite some customers to regional and find somebody in there that maybe wants to join my team and do that 5-1. So to me, it streamlines everything, and it gets rid of the clutter, doesn't require anything of me on, social media. It doesn't require anything of me in terms of a bunch of extra events right now or talking to 100 people, but I can talk, I can talk to 10, right? So yeah, and I totally reached out to somebody today, and she posted on Instagram that she was in Children's Hospital with her kiddo, with her little sweet toddler, with pneumonia. And I texted her and I said, I am so sorry. They're our neighbors. We love him. We're cheering for him. And I said, are you open to me sharing some information about what Juice Plus would do for his immune system? And she said, absolutely. And I said, he runs around our courtyard with capes and swords and Nerf guns. I said, that's what this is for his immune system. So I just feel like getting back to the basics is so refreshing.
Absolutely. Okay, here's the other thing. Here's a novel idea. Sometimes it just takes getting out of the house. I know for me, especially because I live up in the foothills of Denver and, downtown, I mean, even for me to go to the gym's like a 20 to 30 minute drive. So it's really easy for me to make excuses not to leave my house. And today, one of my goals for this year, you guys, is to work out at least 3 times a week. And the reason I set that goal that way was because I can do that. If I would have said I'm going to work out every day or 6, 7 days, I know I'm not going to probably do it. So anything I do over that is a bonus. So when, get out of your house, and today I went to the gym and I actually was able to invite 3 people for Saturday just because, I ran into them and started up a conversation. So sometimes it's just a matter of getting out of your house and living life, but taking Juice Plus alongside life, right? It's not that hard to do. And especially if you have like the next invite as a picture on your phone that you could text somebody right there when you're talking to them, that works really well. So get out of your house. The other thing is you guys commit to coming to conference. And I was just going to put up over here in the chat the incentive we have. If you guys are doing a 5-1, you're going to have enough points to be able to pay for your conference. I mean, it's really not that hard to do that if you're getting busy now. I guess my next question is that, don't you want to get busy and start making a difference? And what are you going to do to help somebody else? What are you going to do to make somebody else's life really great today? Right? Whose life can you touch today? And sometimes when we focus on ourselves, it's really easy to overanalyze and lose our confidence and things like that. But if we can turn that focus back out to go, whose life can I change today? you're going to have a lot more fun in your business, and you're going to find people that want to hear what you have to say because you care about them, right? So whose life are you going to change today? And so you've got the whole year in front of you. I know it kind of feels like we're all getting a late start because of where the holidays fell, but it's not. Come to conference. You guys come to conference. There's a lot of new things that are there, and it's a great place for us to really connect as a team. Invite your team to come to conference with you. Our goal for you guys coming to conference is that you have a darn good time. So we've got a fun party lined up, and if you guys could, if you are coming to conference, if you could please register so that I can assign you your part so you have some time to shop and have fun with it. So thank you to those of you guys who have already signed up. Erica, you got your part. What do you think of your part?
Nikki and I are both so stinking excited. We spent like probably a little more time than we needed, like 30 minutes looking at costumes online. We were having so much stinking fun planning this event that we, like just thinking and planning for something that we have no idea about, but I'm so stinking excited.
Yay! It's going to be fun. Missy, you and Jim like your parts?
Yeah, we've been laughing. We read it together and went, ah. And I went looking for a costume today because we have a place in town that actually has costumes all the time. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys look in the chat, you guys can come to that dinner for free. It's not that hard of an incentive, but I wanted to show you how easy it is for you to earn the money to get to conference, and you guys reinvesting back into your education and your team growth is the thing that you want to do, because doctors don't go, oh, I'm going to go to medical school when I have an MD behind my name, right? You don't get to NMD without going to school first, and that's kind of our school. Okay. So, anything else you want to add, Ellen? Like, go ahead, Miss.
Hey, just in what you just said, Reagan, way back when we started, I think it was the second conference, we didn't go to it. And you had talked to us about, you really need to invest. And the truth is, you do need to invest that, and it makes a huge difference to be at conference. And I plan not to miss any others, because even though they may have some similarities, it's always something that we need again, and we need to be connected to each other and be all of that. So I just want to say, if you're beating yourself up and saying, I'm not doing enough, so I'm not going to conference, blow that idea up.
Yeah.
And get to conference.
That is such a good point. I'm so glad that you said that, because that's when you need it the most. And, think about it every day. There's 50,000 thoughts a day that goes to our head. Every day when we wake up, it's a new battle for our minds and everything that we're doing. It's a little bit like Groundhog Day, right? So, I was reading Jim Rohn this morning, and I've read Jim Rohn for years, but does it hurt me to read it again? No, it only helps me. So we want to come back to those principles of what we're doing. And, you all have kind of like finite resources, and you need to come get your buckets filled. And conference does that for everyone in such a variety of ways. There's just, team calls are great, but it's better when I'm hugging you in person.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then, when we're talking about streamlining and keeping things simple, you guys, I want you just to remember, like, don't make this hard. Rachel says she can't make it this time. I knew that. And so we're so sad about that. But anyway, you guys, we share Juice Plus. That's what we do. We give people the tools they need to be able to get more fruits and vegetables into their diet. That's what we do. So we share Juice Plus, and we teach other people how to share Juice Plus with their communities. Simple. Okay. So what I don't want to see you guys worrying about is, oh my gosh, what do I say to this person? And are they going to think I'm trying to sell them something? I think if you truly care about somebody, say, just like Ellen did, say, gosh, you know what? you know, would you be open to me sharing this with you in a situation? Or I thought of you because, are you open? You're asking for permission to share a beautiful tool with that person. And if I've never had anybody say no. You know, they might have not gotten on Juice Plus, but they've never said, oh no, no, don't share with me. Don't share. I mean, seriously. And then think about how many people do they know? Like they have a community too. Are they willing to be a resource to other people as well? And it's those little bits that add up that all of a sudden, next thing you know, you look and you've 5,000 people because you shared with a few are taking Juice Plus on your report. And you don't even know those people. I mean, the opportunity that you guys have in your hand is amazing if you can keep it simple. And I know sometimes it feels overwhelming because we have so many Facebook groups and Voxer chats and emails and videos and blah, blah, blah. You don't need all that. All you need to do is say, hey, are you open to taking a look at this? Send them to your website. There's great stuff on your website. Or send them to the Healthier Living Revolution. Or get them on a 3-way call if you're unsure, kind of like, I really like to have, you know, Ellen talk to somebody, you know, about this, or Reagan, or whoever, you know, you guys can use each other, but don't make it hard, you guys. We share Juice Plus and we teach others how to share Juice Plus. And if you keep it that simple, you are going to fly up this marketing plan and people are going to join you because it's simple and not because it's difficult. Okay. So yes, we work hard, and yes, sometimes it's frustrating because there's people that, you know, sometimes don't get it. And yes, there's events that we invite to that nobody comes to, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. And, you know, sometimes when you plant a garden, I always love to use asparagus because when I grew up in Rifle, we had asparagus that grew along our ditch. But when we put seeds down, we couldn't even pick the asparagus for 5 years, right? It wasn't ready for 5 years until then we could start to pick the asparagus. So some people are asparagus and some people are, you know, red leaf lettuce that sprouts right up. So you just have to know that you're out there spreading good news, and the ones that are ready to hear are going to pop right up, and you just keep talking. You may need to go fill your funnel like me. Guess what? I've been doing this. It'll be 17 years, March 1st. Do you think that I went through my warm market yet? Yeah. I have. It means I need to make a new warm market, right? So I joined a new networking group this year. I got involved in another networking group that's at my gym. I'm going to the gym now and striking up conversations with ladies that are in my spin class today, and 2 of the trainers I talked to today. So, you know, it's just a matter of getting out and just being a light and realizing it's not about you. It's about whose life can you change today.
I love that. I love what Missy just said about 3-way calls. And I don't know if maybe, you know, Missy, Erica, you're good at those. If you guys would want to team up and do a team call about 3-way calls and give everybody a refresher, a 3-way call might be as simple as, here's an example. Maybe Erica's talking to a prospect about the business, and she says, you know what, you got to meet Ellen, my crazy fun upline in Colorado. I don't know what else she says about me, but you know, she could do a quick Facebook message and introduce me to that person, and you can send little voice messages or little videos on Facebook. Because we're in different time zones. So maybe it's hard to get on a 3-way call. There's really simple things. Sometimes it doesn't need to be a half-hour conversation. Sometimes it's a couple of messages. Sometimes it's 2 minutes. And it's just making those connections.
All right, so let's open it up for questions, or where do you guys struggle, or where do you need help? Okay, Jen has a question in the chat. She says, has anybody had customers with stomach sensitivities with the complete? One of my customers who loved the taste when I gave her a sample, and her partner said that happened to both of them. You know, I think that sometimes you guys be careful, especially if you're starting people out on a shred. Don't have them start out on everything all full force if they've never had it before. There's a lot of fiber in complete. And so if they're having tummy issues, you might ask them to back off and do half a scoop and see if they still get it. Now, let me tell you, it could be a totally detox, but it could be something else. I'll tell you a funny story. I had a gal who was up in Steamboat who said, oh my gosh, I've never had more gas in my life. I'm miserable. She broke out in a complete detox. And the question I finally asked her was, how are you making your shake? Well, not only was she putting in complete, and I think she was using almond milk, but she was putting in flaxseed and chia seed and green tea leaves and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're getting like 100 times the amount of fiber. You don't really need that. And so we just had her take all that out, and then she was fine. So, yeah, so have her start out half and have her work her way up to it. And, you know, and sometimes it's their diets. I mean, sometimes people's diets are just not conducive to ever getting out of a detox. I don't know. So, yeah. And if, and Patty said she has colitis with some of the stuff she's dealing with right now. And it doesn't bother her at all. And she has to be super careful. So ask, how are they making the shake? Are they doing, I've had some people that put in 2 scoops and they couldn't, didn't need that. So somebody's having a detox with anything, say, how are you taking your capsules? Well, I took them with a swallow of water, and then they had a cup of coffee an hour later, and then they didn't drink any water the whole day. Guess what? They're probably having that breakdown in the wrong place in their intestinal tract, and they're, they've got a little bit of sludge going on in there. So you got to take it with water, and you got to do it correctly.
Yeah, just teach your people to get up in the morning and do a big cleansing glass of water, and then a glass of water with their capsules, and tell them they're going to poop and be on their way to a great day. That's my customer care.
Yeah.
Hey, Reagan.
Yeah.
I have a client who was sharing with me a situation with her 6-year-old grandson. So he's on the ADD autism spectrum, but he's also very, very small. Almost they're starting to consider him failure to thrive. So I sent her some information on autism and a couple of links that I found that were put on by NMDs and doctors. So I think that, the young mom is beating herself up because that's what moms do about the health of her child and why hasn't she been able to help them. How would you, once I give them a little information on Children's Health Study and on Complete and on autism and diet and all of that stuff, which they probably know a whole lot more about it than I do. If that conversation, leads to them wanting to start Juice Plus, how would you best start a child that is that compromised?
Slowly.
Yeah, start them slowly.
What I was wondering, I haven't shared with her, she's been on Juice Plus maybe a couple of months, starting her 3rd month. And we could switch her right to the Children's Health Study, and she could sponsor that child.
Yes.
And then
Jennifer is saying to also have them check his airway and breathing. It's coming from the dentist. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jen's going to be checking my youngest child's airway because we're starting to suspect that that's the contributor to his ADHD. So she's going to be checking him out. But can I just say something on this topic, since I have a child on the spectrum? One of the things that I think you need to be careful of when you talk to people like this is you're not the expert. So I love what Vicki just said. This parent knows more than I do. Believe me, this parent has been up sleeping at night, Googling, and feels like they got a child with no direction manual. So I always like to address it from the holistic health of the child. When there's, to say, I don't know anything about what you're dealing with. I can imagine it has its challenges, and listening a little bit. Here's how I see it benefiting your child is you're up-leveling the holistic health of this child. If this child feels better and the tummy feels better over time, isn't that going to improve everything? And I will tell you this, in my own research.
Right there with Ellen Graham.
Yeah, just do a 3-way call or a 3-way chat. That'd be great. I will tell you this. When you guys are talking about any of the autism, ADHD kinds of things, especially autism, most of those kids also have secondary gut issues. And I do not, my personal theory, and you can disagree with me, is it's not neurological, that it's immunological. And I mean, one of the reasons we think that Max has done so well is because he's got a good, healthy gut, because he was getting fed raw food. You know, he had Juice Plus in his breast milk for 2 years, and he was getting raw food and getting Juice Plus growing up. And so to me, when you are dealing with an issue that profoundly affects this whole child and this whole family's life, at least lay the groundwork with good nutrition. It's the same as with cancer, diabetes, anything else, you guys. You at least lay the groundwork with good nutrition, so you give yourself the best shot at really optimizing whatever circumstances that you're dealing with.
Yeah, and one of the things I like to do is just have them hop right onto my Juice Plus website and go over to the research summary and say, here's what we know happens in people that eat Juice Plus. Would you like your child to have these benefits? You know, we're going to start them out super slow because we know that autistic kids are super sensitive. So we're going to go really slow, but this is what you want to have happen.
Well,
Because they're more susceptible to immune function and all of that.
yeah. And interestingly, the grandmother went on the Juice Plus, and she is one of these people that immediately felt better and had more energy. So I said, some do, some don't. So, okay.
Good question. All right, I think we are out of time, but I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you guys for jumping on.